Everybody, today is Thursday, September the 6th. I am doing an update and I truly appreciate the encouragement from Northern Southerner asking me where I've been. And I've had a few things happen over the last couple of weeks, I would say, that really has moved me to realize that I need to make sure that I'm keeping committed to my video updates, because as many people have shared on YouTube, the accountability that the videos create is really priceless, especially in those moments of struggle, which is basically where I am right now. So to start off with the good stuff, last week I had a really strong week of fitness. If you are friends with me on MyFitnessPal, you saw my efforts throughout the week, but then I shared on Sunday that I had an opportunity presented in front of me as far as reaching an all-time best with working out, and I was able to accomplish 609 minutes of fitness last week, which is basically 10 hours spread across 7 days of working out, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm really, really proud of myself for committing and then pushing myself, because Sunday I really could have given up, to be very honest, and just rested. I could have just gone to church and gone and hung out with my family and called it a day, but I still did all those things, and I got in the last 71 minutes or so that I had to meet the goal. So that in of itself is a huge accomplishment, because my personality in the past really would have just given up and said, good enough. I got in over 500. That's still exceeding. So that being said, went to the doctors yesterday, and unfortunately, I don't know if unfortunately, that's really negative, but long story short, the last time I was at the doctor's was about a month ago, maybe 4.5 weeks to almost 5 weeks ago, and I've only lost a pound, which is really perplexing, especially because I've been working out. I've had, in that time period, I had 2 or 3 weeks where I still worked out, but it wasn't anything to write home about, I guess. I got in my time, but there were a few days in a week that I didn't do anything. So that could have something to do with it. My eating, I had a conference that I went to that kind of triggered, some cravings that continued after, mostly having to do with sugar and the behavior of snacking. But again, I don't know. I feel like I'm rationalizing, and that's not my intention. But obviously I need to come clean and, reevaluate some things and figure out a new routine. And that's essentially what the nurse said to me at the doctor's office, that basically I've created, muscle memory, and so my body has gotten conditioned to the workouts and routines that I was doing. There is also possibly a little bit of portion control issues that I might be having. From my last visit, was telling the nurse that I have been eating a little bit over. So I measure out my food and then I add a little bit more, like an extra ounce, or if I'm eating popcorn, I sprinkle in just a little bit more over the cup, which are all bad behaviors that I had, back in the day when I really was overeating, that have kind of creeped back in. And I guess it's just those demons coming back to haunt me. So I got to nip that in the bud. What else? Oh, adding weight training is the other thing that I had in the back of my mind that I needed to do, and she definitely suggested that I get weight training get weight training into the picture, because of the afterburn that you have after training with weights. You can still continue to burn fat. She said when you're just doing strictly cardio, you're only burning fat really during those moments of the actual exercising. So I have to incorporate that. Also have to go get blood work done. They want to check levels, and particularly check the thyroid to make sure that that is not having any issues. MS is doing great. I want to give that update. Had a visit probably a month ago, I would say. Scans are fine. There's no, actually from last year to this year, there's no change. So that's really great considering everything that I've been through, especially physically this year, with exercising, that my MS is pretty much, sleeping right now, pretty dormant. I have certain things that remind me, that come up, that remind me that, I have this disease, and I have had, experience with this disease, in particular when, my brain just doesn't feel like it's moving at the same pace that my body wants to, or vice versa. But outside of that, no major issues. So, just, needing to come back. Thank you so much for the encouragement, the support. I love watching, everybody else's journeys. It inspires me. It encourages me to get up and push it and not punk out. And I can't imagine where I would be if I didn't have it. So I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. I think about you guys all the time, especially when I'm struggling, because it lifts me to know that I can do this.